Good morning, everybody. Aigey here, and today we're going to be talking about why Zarya is the worst hero in the game. Now, I know many of you already be very upset with me saying that Zarya is bad. Be like, oh, Zarya is not bad. She is great. You're correct. What I'm actually talking about is someone told me recently that they thought that Zarya was just completely awful and no one should play Zarya as a tank. I will not be revealing names because I don't believe in that. But at the end of the day, I believe that Zarya is actually very impactful, and her ultimate is by far, I feel, maybe one of the best in the game, aside from maybe Mercy's ability to just revive everybody. I feel like that ultimate is just so strong. Being able to lock down multiple people within an area just to allow your team to just AoE blow them up is wonderful. Forcing people to sit through a Hanzo ultimate, forcing people to sit through a Pharah ultimate, forcing people to just not be where they want to be at the moment, which is in this giant bubble of death. They don't want that. That's just awful. But Zarya, I feel, is actually one of the most impactful tanks in the game, and the balance of taking damage to deal extra damage is probably one of the coolest mechanics on a hero that I really like. I also like her personality as a hero. I think that a large muscular woman that is just like, you know what, fuck the world, and then like one of the best voice lines in the game, just I can bench more than you, I feel is very strong on a woman in a video game. But in all honesty, I just love Zarya, absolutely love Zarya, and I feel like she is a great hero in this game, and I want to see more people playing her, and I've been seeing more people playing her and Zenyatta specifically. I think Zenyatta is very difficult to play. I also think Zarya is fairly not as easy to play as other heroes, and getting her damage off isn't necessarily the easiest thing in the world, and trying to balance staying at maximum charge and putting the barrier on people at the right time to make sure your little squishies don't die from a roadhog pull or fall off the map or something else stupid by getting knocked around by the rest of the enemy team. Just being able to be immune to that CC from Mei, it's just all of this stuff is really nice that Zarya can provide for herself and someone else on her team. And then that ultimate, once you finally get it going, it's just, oh my god, it is disgusting. I love it. But somebody was just, we were talking about heroes that are good and which are bad, and they just kept trying to tell me that Zarya is a bad hero, and you know what, maybe she is, but in my personal opinion, I think she's great, and I love playing her, and I love seeing her being played. She's one of the heroes where I feel like if I died to a good Zarya, I'm not going to be upset about it, whereas if I die to somebody that's like probably really good on McCree, I'd be like, oh, that hero's busted, you know. Giving them less credit for a particular hero that they're playing because I don't feel that they're as difficult is something that I still do. I shouldn't, but I still do it. There are some great McCrees out there with some on-point aiming, and they don't just sit there and fan the hammer everything in the world. They actually aim and kill people from a distance. That's just good player ability, and I can't be upset about that. But, you know, there's always those ultimates that you get from McCree, and you're just like, oh, great, here we go. It's high noon again. Oh, my God. High noon. Thanks. With Zarya, I never really find myself complaining when I die to her. I'm just like, that Zarya is really good. She's really good. Wow, she's really good. High energy, 90% higher. Wow, she's really good. I never find myself upset when I face her, and I never find myself upset when there's a good one on our team. It's like, oh, the Zarya stole play of the game. Oh man, piece of shit. It's like, oh wow, Zarya got play of the game. Holy shit, good job. And I usually always upvote the healer, but I've been upvoting a lot of Zaryas when they get on the cards list at the end of the game because I just like seeing Zarya being played. I just really like the hero. Maybe my opinion about her being decent is just a huge amount of bias, but I think she is great, and as always, I want to hear your opinion in the comments below, so go ahead and leave them. At the end of the day, I'm going to play more Zarya. I'm going to probably make her my main tank when I have to play tank, and then I'm going to have my main carry, which will probably be Soldier. I'm going to have my main sniper, which will be Widow. My disruptor, I'll play Mei, because she is just so vicious with disruption. And then when it comes to tank, I'm actually starting to shift away from Roadhog because he's just a big damage sponge, which is nice on tank because that's free Mercy ultimates, but that's also free ultimates for the entire enemy team, because if you're just soaking damage on him, then you're just feeding them ultimate. But with Zarya, you can actually barrier yourself so it doesn't help them build meter quicker because they're not actually dealing damage to you, they're just giving you damage, and it's a nice trade-off. I may be wrong on that entirely, so don't quote me, but to my understanding, she does not actually provide people with ultimate meters, but don't quote me on that. Check it, read it up. I didn't necessarily read it up. I'm just making this video because I love to talk about different heroes in this particular particular game, we are on Zarya because I've been playing her, and I recorded some clips of me playing her, which you are seeing today. And I honestly think that Zarya would make a great addition to most teams. Now, every team composition requires a different sort of thing, and sometimes it's good to switch up, and sometimes you should just stick on a hero, but that is entirely up to you on what you should do. I know tomorrow I'm probably going to have a gameplay with friends come out where I may be playing a lot of Zarya. It depends on what I decide to play, but I honestly believe that Zarya is a wonderful addition to a team comp, and I say it a lot. I do, because I believe it. I honestly do. But what do you guys think about Zarya? I've talked a lot about Zarya today, and I want to hear your opinions. Well, I love seeing her. I'm going to be playing her more. Love her to death. Love hearing from you guys. Always will. And of course, I am working on my Overwatch challenge for next week. Next Wednesday, I will post the first episode of my Overwatch challenge series, and we're going to be doing something that'll be pretty funny. Hopefully, I'm hoping it'll be great. I'm probably going to fall on my face a whole bunch, but of course, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next episode of whatever it is I may decide to do. Alright, peace later, everybody.